Hi everybody, welcome to my kitchen. In this video I wanted to show you multiplexing or sub-channels. So as mentioned in the introduction, there are several sub-channels for every broadcast channel. So I wanted to give you a demonstration of that because it's not something that I don't think a lot of people are familiar with, and it's very interesting if you have a television set that is capable of picking up broadcast channels. So most of you do, you just don't bother with it because you have satellite or you have cable or you have streaming services. Well, if you didn't, if you were left without any of those things and you didn't want to pay anything at all, you could still get broadcast channels and have quite a selection of programming to choose from. In fact, I added it up, it's over 100 channels. So right now we're looking at channel 5, KTLA. And it's a commercial, unfortunately. So if I select to channel up one time, you'll see it doesn't go to 6, it goes to 5.2. And we have something called antenna TV. If I go to 5.3, we have something called Court TV. And channel 5.4 also has something. I'm not sure exactly what it is. So let's take a look at channel 4. All right, this is traditionally KNBC. Everybody's on commercials. I hate commercials. All right, well, if you hate commercials, you could tune into the sub-channels and see what's going on in there. More commercials, 4.2, 4.3. And here's some cooking show. Looks like a NBC sponsored cooking show. All right, the most prolific channels of the list were up on channel 18, which is chock full of international language programming. Of course, we have commercials. And there's a game show. There's some travel show. Looks like another kind of a travel show, magazine style, infomercials, you name it. And then another one that's real popular with a lot of channels is 57. I believe there's more than 10 sub-channels. Here's somebody cooking some nice shrimp. And anyway, you can go through and explore if you ever have the opportunity. I just wanted to give you a visual because it is something that I don't think very many people are aware of at all. So how do you get to those channels? Well, like I said, it's real easy. Once it's all set up, you can just simply, press. This is the interesting thing about the remotes these days, is you press 5, and it'll go to the first channel. But then if you press 5, and then there's actually a little period here, 5 point, I want 5.2. And then you can tune in exactly what you want. I want 57.6. Boom. You could do that. All right, but you have to set up the television. You have to set it up so the antenna is programmed so that you are receiving as many channels as possible. How to do that? You go to the menu. Go to menu generally, and you go over to you go to setup, and you just go through the auto programming process. You just select antenna, and it'll take you through this process where it's going to seek through the ether for any kind of television channels that are being transmitted via broadcast. And it will remember those particular frequency locations on your television set. So when you go back to watch it later, you will have them all stored there. And you can buy an antenna for anywhere from $10 to a couple hundred for a really fancy one. But anyway, it's kind of a neat thing. If all else fails, you could still have about 100 channels of TV to watch, although you probably won't be able to understand a lot of them. Okay, thank you.